Good morning. So, this morning, the message that I got for us was that everything is going to be okay. However, um, where our attention goes, our energy flows. And there is a lot of information out there, and it's disturbing and confusing, and it's hard to know what's the truth and what's not. Um, There's so many different narratives. So I think what's really important is that we just really focus on holding the light while the earth is going to be okay. You know, the Mother Earth is ascending, she's going to be just fine. Um, there is a battle for the soul of humanity. But if we're in the battle, then that's what we're focusing on. If we're going down the rabbit holes with all the different conspiracies, then that's what we're focused on. And that takes us out of the present moment. It takes us into fear and anger and judgment. And we really need to keep our energy, our vibration really high, because we are the light workers. And we need to hold this new paradigm. We need to create this crystal grid and activate it just by healing and uplifting ourselves and staying really positive. So it doesn't mean that you can't ever watch the news or watch videos. I think that we have to find the proper balance for us of being informed and understanding what's going on, and just if you are unsure about something, then go within and connect with the higher mind. And um, some of us just have, can really like sense truth and sense lies. And so just whatever resonates for you. But if you're not a clear channel, if you're, then, your reaction is going to get in the way of your understanding, because reaction is how we're tied into this control matrix. That's how it gets us. So we have to, again, learn to be the neutral observers from our higher mind, looking at the big picture, knowing that we have a part to play in this, and everybody, it's like all hands on deck. Play your part, do your thing, but stay really positive and stay in the light, because there's a lot of most people are not being positive. They're in fear, they're controlled by the media, they're in this like super fear, and they want to give away all their power and their rights. And I mean, there's just going to be a lot of crazy stuff that's going to happen, and it's going to look really bad. And we just have to hold the light and stay in love and hold the higher perspective. Um, and everything is going to be okay. And then we can assure that we are on the ascension timeline. And right now, we're trying to protect that ascension timeline from being hijacked. And also, we want to bring as many people into the ascension timeline as possible, and they can't come in if they're in fear and reaction. Okay, so yesterday we used the ascension flame to cleanse and purify our first chakra. Today we're going to use the violet flame to purify the second chakra. So in the 7 sacred flames, the ascension flame is in the first chakra, and the violet flame is in the second chakra, and the resurrection flame is in the third chakra. So it's interesting that the most like purifying and cleansing of the flames are in the lower 3 chakras, which is where we store all of our human thoughts and emotions and beliefs and traumas, and it's our animal side, the lower triangle. And that really, I mean, ascension is purifying that. And that's why we do like Kundalini yoga, where we're raising the energy out of the lower centers into the higher centers. So we've worked with all of these flames before. So we're going to utilize those to clear out all the stuff that's in that lower triangle. So you might feel cranky. I don't know how you felt yesterday, but you might have some stuff. Today we're clearing emotions in the second chakra. So you might feel more emotional, but just know that things have to come up to come out, and you can, I mean, I was feeling a little weird the other day, and I was just feeling a little vulnerable. I was feeling sort of like the energies of darkness around. And then I remembered the violet flame, and like, boom, I burned it in my aura, and then like nothing could touch me. Everything was gone. It was like, oh yeah, you know this, you're doing this. And I felt, because I've been doing these meditations, it was much more powerful than it was before. So it takes a while to activate these things and to clear the layers and layers. And it may seem like it's not doing anything, but it absolutely is. And with this higher dispensation that is afforded to us right now, we have so much help that, you know, now is the time to do it, because we can move through things really, really quickly. So I'm just going to read a real quick thing about the violet flame. Okay, so now in terms of using the violet flame to balance karma, since we obviously still have to learn the lessons from the karma, how do we learn this lesson if we simply put the violet flame to get rid of it? The violet flame will not get rid of it. This is not its purpose. The violet flame will assist in balancing it, but it will teach you as well the lesson you need to learn, albeit in a more gentle way. If you remain in resistance to the lessons and understanding that your challenging situations teach you, the use of the violet flame will not bring the desired results. It cannot be misused to prevent you from gaining the experience and wisdom that are ultimately the true meaning of karma. Yet there is a difference between learning a lesson in a gentle way, from the wise guidance that you embrace, to living through a very difficult experience in order to receive the same understanding. Do you see the difference? The violet flame can bring you to a space where you learn your lessons in a very loving and gentle manner, where you can learn in ease and grace. It does not have to be painful or difficult, as what you are choosing to experience with your lesson at this time. Your resistance to open yourself to higher and easier way is what creates the harshness in your lives. Another invocation to the violet flame. Here is another way you can use the violet flame for the world around you. You can definitely make an invocation and say, in the name of the great I am, I call to beloved Saint Germain to saturate the world with waves upon waves of violet fire, to infuse every particle of life, every man, woman, and child on this planet in an auric field of violet flame, to protect and awaken them. I ask this action be sustained until perfection is restored, and so be it. You can make this invocation in your daily prayers and call on the millions of violet flame angels who are just waiting for your petition to go to work. Send them everywhere to fill the world with violet fire. Angels are not allowed to interfere in your world unless you call. The call is made from your plane. Send them to work. They are waiting to answer your prayers. The violet flame angels can literally flood the planet with violet fire and reduce much pain. In your daily life, ask them to flood your personal world with violet energy. So, I think I've read that before, but I think it's worth repeating. So, let us begin our meditation. Okay, so finding your tube of light, going within, centering and grounding yourself. Breathing deeply and slowly. Inhale through your nose. Slowly exhale, just releasing. Again, breathing deeply and slowly. Focusing on this column of light around you. Now we're going to send our consciousness down into the earth. Deep, deep down into the heart of Gaia. Through all the layers and the levels of the earth. All the way down to the crystalline core, the Earth Mother. Connecting in to this crystal plasma fire, the center of the earth. Beautiful white light, beautiful crystal diamond light. Diamonds are from the earth. Diamond is the highest vibration. There's so many facets of a diamond, like beautiful facets of spirit, of us, of God, Goddess, all that is. Just feeling a slight tug or pull at the root of your spine as you get grounded and centered, and anything and everything that no longer serves you flows easily and effortlessly into the earth. Any debris from yesterday, any challenges or energies that you're having issues with yesterday or today. We're not really picking up other people's energies like we usually do. So in that sense, it's kind of nice. We're just in our own energy field. Just plugging in to the source, to the center of the earth. Now bringing our consciousness up to the top of our heads, up into the heavens, the cosmos, up, 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 all the way up, past our glorious sun, the light and life and power on the planet. We honor you. All the way up to the great central sun, knowing that we are in alignment with the great central sun, and we're receiving these higher vibrational energies through our crown chakra, through the top of our head. They're reaching us, they're awakening us, they're activating us, activating our chakras, our energy centers, activating our higher dimensional DNA, our higher mind, our light bodies. Allowing us to download heaven on earth, and at the same time bring earth up into heaven. That is our job. And to transmute as much suffering and darkness as possible in the process. We always have to start with ourselves. Just feeling this divine light coming in, just shining a light on everything that needs to be transmuted. And connecting it all the way through us and all the way down into the center of the earth. We're anchoring this crystalline light from the great central sun, this crystal diamond rainbow plasma light, this living light. We're anchoring it into the earth. And now calling in your higher self, your divine self, your God self, your I am presence. There is an aspect of yourself that is already an ascended master, already has all the knowledge, has a greater perspective, that is truth, that is love, that is power, and that can guide you. Just surrender to that higher self. Connecting to the higher mind, the divine mind, the one mind. Plugging into that one mind, knowing that you have access to all the knowledge and wisdom in the universe. You are omniscient, all-knowing. Connecting to that aspect of yourself. Connect into your angel self, guardian angel that is protecting you. Calling in all the angels and archangels that are here to assist us today. Calling in the ascended masters. Calling in the mighty Elohim of God. Calling in our star brothers and sisters, the galactics that are here to assist us. Just call in your entire team. We all have a team. Guides and angels and power animals and beings, ancestors, whatever resonates with you. Call them all in. And what we're calling for today is nothing short of a miracle. We're just asking for a lot of energy to be transmuted and transformed today. We're praying for it, for the grace of the angels, the grace of God to come in and forgive us and clear massive amounts of misqualified energy, karma, negative emotions, suffering. Let's clear so much suffering in ourselves and in the world today. That is our intention. That is what we are asking the entire company of heaven and the earth to support us in this endeavor. So, connecting back into your body, into the column of light, to the tube of light down the center of your spine. And just visualize how you're connected to the earth still in this beautiful ascension flame from the center of the earth is coming up and purifying your first chakra, your physical body, helping you to feel grounded and centered and safe. You are safe. You are not a match for anything that's going on. You are safe. You are protected. You are balanced. You are free and sovereign. Nothing can control your physical body. Now we're coming up to the second chakra, the navel chakra. Right below your belly button. Just kind of tune in and see. It's supposed to be an orange spinning disc. It's supposed to be spinning clockwise. So just kind of tune in. Now we're going to activate the violet fire. Blaze, 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 the violet fire. Turning all shadow into light, light, light. So there's a lot of energy, possibly from any sexual partners that you've had ever or recently, depending upon how often you clear. Oh, your emotional energy. So it usually looks kind of swampy. So we're just going to clear the swamp. We're first just going to like open the drain, and this like muddy, dirty, swampy water just going to drain into the center of the earth. It's just going to get purified, cleansed, and cleared. Pour clean, clear crystal water. Just see it like going down the drain. We're just clearing out that area. It's symbolized by water. It's your emotions, but also your ability to create life, your womb, your creativity. It's also your adrenal glands. So we're going to focus on those, your stress response. So visualize this violet fire. Mighty I am presence, beloved God, my heavenly source. Please make manifest in us the sacred violet transmuting flame. Allow it to burn in every cell, molecule, and atom of our bodies, filling us totally and completely. Blaze in our hearts and all around our bodies, particularly the emotional body. Blazing the violet flame in this second chakra, cleansing our emotional body. Transmuting all karma, all negative thoughts, negative emotions, negative energies we have ever created, any level, any time, any lifetime, any dimension. Clearing anything and everything that limits us from being the ascended Christ beings that we are. Allow any emotions to come up and just blaze the violet fire. You have to feel it to heal it. So if you feel any emotions right now or today, just going to love them and allow them to flow. Just release. You don't have to know what they're attached to. Just feel it and release it. And now there's a beautiful crystal clear pond here. It's like a scrying pool where they used to look in these clear pools to get information, to have visions. And your emotions are your higher spirit speaking to you. So when there's something dangerous, the fear is telling you that there's something dangerous. But then we get stuck in that danger signaling and we are constantly in danger. So let's just flood our adrenal glands with so much violet fire for releasing all the adrenaline, for keeping us safe, for making us pay attention. Thank you. Just honor your adrenal glands for doing their job. And the violet fire is just balancing them so you are producing the perfect amount of adrenaline, perfect amount of cortisol at the perfect time. Feel it with the yin yang symbol. It's just all balancing out. It's transmuting. And all the fear is draining down the drain. All the anger, all the sadness, all the worry, any anxiety or depression. Just allowing all the emotions to clear. And so when you have an emotion come up, it's your inner spirit communicating with you. And when you have a lot of emotions stuck here, then you always go to the past. But we've released the past. We're a clear vessel. We have a beautiful, clean, clear pool. And our higher self wants to give us a message. Beautiful pool is surrounded by the violet fire. We're in a sacred, safe space. Just allow yourself to tune in, to look at that pool and see what image comes up, what feeling comes up, what word comes up. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it, you can know it. It doesn't matter. Just trust whatever comes in, become neutral and clear. Just allow yourself to guide yourself in some way. Good. And now we're just filling the second chakra further with the violet fire, filling it with divine grace, love, mercy, and forgiveness. Forgiveness is always the answer, the path to love. And now we're going to flood the earth with the violet fire. Oceans and waves of violet fire going around the entire earth till every man, woman, and child in the sacred violet flame, every animal, the oceans filled with violet fire, transmuting all negative emotions stored in the waters of the earth. We're transmuting for Mother Earth. She needs the fire to transmute. Sacred flames, sacred fire, transmuting the waters of the earth, transmuting the earth itself of all human suffering, human emotion. Just burning it up, we're transmuting it, it's going back to source, back to the light, being released. We're clearing. There's just so much fear, and we're just clearing it. And this violet fire that's all around the earth, it has a disruption. It's a disruptor, and so it's disrupting this fear programming. It's breaking this fear programming. They're sending this fear programming to humanity, and we're just visualizing the earth enveloped in this violet fire, and it's breaking all programming, all false programming. It's disrupting all plots, agendas, energies that are not of the highest good. It's transmuting human suffering, human fear, transmuting it into love. All fear is turning into love. Just seeing the world become lighter. So much fear is being transmuted. So much fear programming is getting disrupted. In the present moment, we know that everything is okay. We're just sending that mercy, that hope, that love, that forgiveness. Everyone is forgiven. All is forgiven. All is clear. Seeing the smoke, all this energy transmutes in the entire planet from all of humanity. And we're calling upon the beloved violet flame angels. Please go into our life and transmute every area of our life to reflect our highest and greatest good and to reflect the ascended Christ beings that we are, bringing in the miracles and the magic and the flow. And that we're in the present moment and we're flowing with life. We're allowing life to guide us. We're in the flow. We're not questioning and doubting and fearing. We're flowing, we're trusting, we're surrendering to the light, violet fire. Everything is going to be okay. Keep your focus high. Now coming back to the center. Center column of light. Just finding your center. Wow, we cleared a lot. We're powerful. We just pray that this violet fire continues to burn 24/7, continuing to purify and transmute until it is complete. Sending the violet flame angels around the world. Also going to every man, woman, and child, uplifting them. We send the violet flame to all areas where people are not free, to all of humanity and their minds, freeing their minds, freeing them from programming, freeing them from the matrix. We're sending freedom around the world. All those that are incarcerated, we see them, the doors opening, they're renewed, they're free. Everybody deserves a second chance. We forgive you, you're free. To all mental institutions, we send so much violet fire. Know that there's so much suffering. May you be free, may you be well. To all children that are not free in any way, whether it be in institutions or in homes or in other things that we've heard of. We just free all the children. May all children be free. We send extra love to all the animal agriculture. May all the animals be free. They do not need to suffer for us. We allow the cows to be free, the pigs to be free, the chickens to be free. All the animals to be free, to wander the earth as intended by nature. And now, the elementals, the holders of form, they can be forced to take form that they do not want to take. We just send the violet fire. We allow them to be free. All that is not in alignment with the divine plan on earth. And so it is. All beings are free. And we are free. Send a moment to free yourself from anything that limits you or any way that you are restricted. You are a divine sovereign being. You have control and power in your own life, of your own body. Nothing will ever perpetrate upon that. Do not be in fear. Trust. And know that it's not going to happen. All agendas to limit our freedom and our sovereignty in our bodies are being disrupted now with the violet flame. It's disrupting all negative agendas. Perfect. And now just settling into your heart, just feeling so much love and compassion. Knowing that most people are controlled, they're not really in control. So we just send them so much unconditional love and forgiveness. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. Love and forgive yourself. Being called to say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Have the shield of light around you now. The shield of violet and blue light protecting you, directing you, guiding you, holding you. All is in divine order. You're connected to heaven and earth. Your heart is open wide. You're just still purifying your second chakra, your emotional body. Feeling your aura. The first layer of your aura is strong, and the second layer of your aura feel this red layer and then an orange layer. First and second chakras, your first and second layers. Just blaze them with the violet fire. Going to go about and prosper in this day, spreading light and love. And we end with the great invocation. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descend on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center, which we call the race of man, let the plan of love and light work out. May it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth.